Whenever I take my kids out for Chinese, they love starting their meal with a creamed chicken corn soup. I'm going to show you how to make a simple and delicious homemade version, and I'll be using the Broth Lab chicken bone broth. This is a homegrown brand, very delicious, very healthy, and definitely makes the whole process of preparing the dish so much faster. The steps for this recipe are very simple. It's key to have all your ingredients prepped. I've got some creamed corn. Now I bought regular corn from the can and I just put it in a processor and quickly pulsed it until it has a nice smooth consistency. If you have leftover chicken breasts, you can use that. I went to the supermarket and bought ready to use chicken rotisserie, and I just shredded the chicken breast, and I've got everything else measured out. In a medium-sized pot, you're gonna wanna start adding all your ingredients. First, I'm just gonna prepare my cornstarch. In a small bowl, add your cornstarch and dilute it with a couple tablespoons of water. And just give everything a mix. This is gonna be the thickening agent that's gonna give our soup a nice consistency, typical to what you'd see when you have at the restaurants. I'm gonna start off by adding all my ingredients into a pot. Here I'm gonna start with the creamed corn. Add in your shredded chicken. I've got about 1 liter of chicken bone broth, which I'm just gonna add in. And for flavoring, I'm adding some minced garlic, minced ginger, soy sauce. It's gonna add a bit of color and flavor, and some Chinese red wine vinegar. You can buy this at your local Chinese supermarket, and it just adds a nice layer of acidity. And finally, add in your cornstarch mixture. Now you need to make sure that it's diluted in cold water so that it doesn't gloop up, and this will help thicken your soup. I'm gonna let the ingredients come to a boil and allow it to simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes until it lightly thickens, and then we'll add in the eggs. And for the final step, I'm gonna need 2 eggs, which I'll just beat in a small bowl separately. Next, reduce the heat to a medium-low temperature, and then add in your mixed eggs, stirring with one hand and pouring with the other. You'll start to notice that the soup is having this very thin, white, ribbony consistency, and that's from the eggs. And finally, I'm gonna season with some white pepper, not too much. And this is pretty much ready to be served. I'll garnish with some finely chopped green onions, and the kids are going to be very happy with lunch today. At this point, it's important to adjust your seasoning. Now I used a broth that's well seasoned, so I don't need to add any extra salt. But if you're using a low sodium broth, you're gonna add a bit of salt. But to be honest, if you're like my kids, they like adding soy sauce when they eat it, so you can skip the salt altogether. I like serving my soup in large bowls and then serving it on the table, and then the kids like to serve them into smaller bowls, just like they would in the restaurant. So to serve, I'm gonna first put the soup into the bowl. And finally, garnish with some green onions on top. And there you go, a very simple and easy to make creamed chicken corn soup in time for your Chinese New Year celebrations with your family. See you guys later.